Welcome in. Good Thursday morning from Memorial Stadium. It's Parker Gabriel, Lincoln Journal-Star, HuskerExtra.com. This was Four Downs. Four most interesting things we heard from a quick Thursday chat as normal with head coach Scott Frost today. First thing, it's he's impressed with Buffalo. He said they've got a good quarterback, running backs that have been productive in the past. He said it's going to be a big challenge, and then defensively, the Bulls are stout in the middle. So it's going to be an interesting challenge for Nebraska. I think Nebraska's got the ability to maybe get on the edge and play with some speed and take advantage of Buffalo that way, but it's not going to be easy necessarily to line up and run the ball in the middle of the field. But Nebraska has to do that to be successful. So it's going to be an interesting one here on Saturday afternoon. Number two, Frost. Not a lot of detail as normal on the injury front, but Frost did say that Travis Vokolek, Casey Rogers, and Oliver Martin, along with a guy like Brock Bando, none of whom played last week due to injury, are getting close to being back. Martin and Bando just missed the Fordham game. Vokolek and Rogers have missed each of the first two games. So interesting to see if this is the week that any of those four guys get back. I think in a perfect world, if you've got all four of those guys back by next week when you go down to Norman for a really, really big challenge against Oklahoma, that's great. But obviously they would take any of those guys if they're good enough to play this week. Speaking of Bando, on the offensive line front, it's interesting. Brant Banks, a redshirt freshman, started at left tackle week one and then sort of split reps with Turner Corcoran as they're trying to get Corcoran healthy after a muscle injury in camp that had him really limited. And then last week against Fordham, Banks played only guard. And after he played right guard in the spring, he played left guard against Fordham. So if you think about that, he competed for the right guard job, then he started at left tackle, and then he played left guard against Fordham. He's a versatile guy, and he's a guy who is going to be in that mix at guard, whether you're talking about Ethan Piper on the left side, Matt Sichterman on the right side. Banks is a guy that can either, spell, or if a guy struggles, perhaps play instead. So just something to watch against Buffalo, depending on how it goes. And then the last thing from Scott today, it's going to be hot, so Frost said they're modifying warm-ups, and it'll be interesting to see how they handle that. Even 2 weeks ago against Illinois, you're talking about 90 degrees. It was 100 on the field. It's going to be hotter than that, and the game's later in the afternoon. So 2:30 kick instead of noon. You're looking at a high somewhere around 97 on Saturday afternoon. It's going to be sweltering here. He said that they modified warm-ups some and how they're going to do that. And he also said, I hope the fans take care of themselves too. So drink a lot of water, hydrate. We'll see you at Memorial Stadium on Saturday afternoon. Thanks for watching.